Hello everybody, what's going on? Happy Friday. Oh boy, we are in for a brand new season of the Passing and Real Racing League. Hopefully you guys are excited. Let me go ahead and take all this stuff down. Go ahead and blow up the game. Go ahead and get ready for all this stuff. Cars are already making their way around the track. Here is the race schedule for this season. It is going to be a 9-week season. We are off to week number 1, which is the dirt track at Charlotte for 50 laps of racing here tonight. As you can see, the rest of the tracks throughout the season, they will do a mixture of some road courses, and we'll have some asphalt oval in there as well, but we're going to kick it off right here on dirt tonight. Let me go ahead and show you some of the race details really quick, and here you have it. It is a 0.39 mile track, 65 degrees Fahrenheit track temperature right now, 75 degrees Fahrenheit ambient temperature with a 49% humidity, partly cloudy night with 3-mile-per-hour winds. So absolutely gorgeous out here tonight. They are currently doing their practice session, which is set for 55 minutes. As soon as we're done with that, we'll move on to the qualifying session. It'll be set for 5 minutes. They'll have 2 chances to put in a good lap time. We'll take those results and split them up and move them on to the heat races, which will be 8 laps each. We'll take the results from the heat races, line them for the main race of the day, which will be 50 laps of racing here under the lights. Tire allocation we don't have to worry about because we're on dirt. We're not going to do any tire changes tonight. They do have 1 faster pair, and yes, we are using fixed setups to keep everything nice and close. Well, let's go ahead and get down to some of the action on track. See who's out here zooming around at the moment. I see some of the racers out here. Somebody's in pit lane at the moment. Who is this? It is James Meyer, the 22-year-old from Burnt Cabins, Pennsylvania, part of the Passing and Real Racing team, the number 77 car. Good luck to you tonight, James. Who else do we have out here? Anthony Thurber, a new racer with us tonight, the 22-year-old from somewhere in the USA. He didn't really list. He is part of the Misfits Motorsports Racing team, the number 97 car. Good luck to you tonight, Anthony. Who else do we have? Lucas Schimmel out here on track at the moment, the number 93 car, the 28-year-old from Fort Worth, Texas, part of the No Sweat Racing team. Good luck to you tonight, Lucas. We also have Jason Willardson out on track, the 07 car, the 34-year-old from Waldo, Wisconsin, part of the Cheese Boys racing team. Good luck to you tonight, Jason. Here is Carson Rowland pulling out on track, the number 90 car, the 33-year-old from Leander, Texas. Good luck to you tonight, Carson. Who else is out on track? Oh my goodness, look at this skin, the Barbie car. I love it, Rob Higgs. The number 414 car, the 36-year-old from Baltimore, Maryland. Good luck to you tonight, Rob. We do have some other racers in the server at the moment, but they are not making any laps around, so we're going to have to wait to see exactly what they're doing out there tonight. We go ahead and turn up some of the volume here. There we go. We should be good now. Got a little bit of the car volume in the background. You see some of the cars pulling out of pit lane at the moment. 10 minutes left here in practice, so we're not going to have too much to watch, but hopefully we'll get some of the other racers out here on track so we get to check them out. I do need to go ahead and share this stream with some of the people, so give me just one moment. Nice. Done. 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 How was everybody's day today? Hopefully it was good. This very well may be my last Friday night in the temporary home. I am very excited. Next Wednesday is the official date. We put our name on paper and go ahead and take over the house. So pretty excited about that. Ernie Francis Jr. currently has the fastest time with that 17.55. We did miss his lap, unfortunately. Tyler Audrey has a pretty nice time as well. He's in that 2nd position. Who else is in pit lane? David Shively is in pit lane at the moment. So is Christian Skanes, Skylar Herod, Austin Smith, and Caleb Sisk just now loading into the server. It's going to be interesting to see just who does pretty well here on dirt, because we know these racers pretty well on the asphalt scene, but it'll be interesting to see just how they adjust to these conditions here on track. I think James Meyer trying a little wall riding action here to see if he can get in a good lap time. I don't think we're going to allow that here tonight. I'm happy to see a new face right here, Anthony Thurber. Always like to see new racers join us. Oops, I did not mean to open that link in a browser. There we go. See if somebody's actually zooming around the track at the moment. We'll go ahead and take us a ride around the track and see exactly what they're looking like. Those of you that has not tried these cars in iRacing, they are something else, I will say. They have a ton of power, so they're really easy to spin out. Throttle control is a must. You can see right here, Carson Rowland gonna spin it down to the infield. It's gonna be an easy thing to do. It does look like the track is actually pretty slick already, and this is going to carry over into qualifying, the heat races, and the feature race of the night. So by the end of it, this bad boy is gonna be like a solid sheet of glass. It's not going to be very easy to make your way around here tonight, so good luck to all the racers. Do remember that after the race is over, we will have a post-race interview with the top 3 finishers. So be sure to stick around to watch that. Hold on, I'm getting messages on Discord really quick. Done. Rob Higgs showing us how it's done right now, getting around the track. It's not an easy thing to do here tonight. It's going to be interesting to see, like when the cars are side by side, just how racy they're going to be tonight with the track being so slick. I think it's going to be probably a single lane track. They might be able to run the low side there. The high side's going to go away pretty quickly, I would think, but I guess we'll have to wait and see where the fast line is. It's hard to tell with, I've never really raced these cars on dirt. I've done a ton of dirt racing. That's usually where you'll find me if I'm doing any racing. I'll be on dirt, but these SRX cars, I was not a big fan. You know, when they first came out on dirt, I haven't tried them recently because there's not very many series that run these on dirt. But yeah, I think they'll have their hands full if they felt like they did, you know, when they first came out. So I don't know. Jason Whittleson making his way around track at the moment. Little more than 5 minutes left in practice, everybody. As soon as practice is over, we will move on to that qualifying session. Those of you that missed the intro here, I'll go ahead and show you some of the race details. Here you have it. Practice session, which was set for 55 minutes. So we're finally getting down to the end of that one. Then we'll be off to that qualifying session. 5 minutes will be set for that. They'll have 2 chances to put in a good lap time. We'll take those results and split them up for the heat races, which will be 8 laps each. As soon as we're done with those, we'll take the results from the heat races and line them up for the main feature of the night, which will be 50 laps of racing. So it should be an exciting one. Should be fun. See how many cautions we have out here. That's what I'm worried about, if I'm being completely honest. Pretty good field here tonight, though. 13, well, now 14 cars in the server. Alan Grote is currently loading in. Here is Caleb Sisk in pit lane at the moment, getting ready to pull out on track. The number 6 car, the 32-year-old from Statesville, North Carolina, part of the Skunkworks racing team. He is the defending champion of this series. They were in the Xfinity series last year, and he put on a dominating performance and won it handedly. So nicely done, Caleb Sisk. Let's see what you can do here in these new cars. I got a feeling he's going to be just fine, if I had to guess. If we got anybody else out on track at the moment. Here is Ernie Francis Jr., the racer with the fastest time at the moment. His skin is loading. There we go. Oh my gosh, it says feet on the side. Give me a break. I love it. Nicely done, Ernie Francis Jr., the number 98 car, the 26-year-old from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, part of the No Sweat Racing team. Good luck to you tonight, Ernie. In that crazy skin of yours. Here is the number 5 of Christian Skanes out on track at the moment. The 25-year-old from Fort Worth, Texas. Good luck to you tonight, Christian. Skylar Harrod is also rocking a beautiful paint scheme. Nicely done, Skylar Harrod. The number 3 card, the 30-year-old from Madison, Indiana, part of the Skunk Works Racing team. Good luck to you tonight, Skylar. Austin Smith currently in pit lane as well. Number 17 car, the 28-year-old from Clockville, New York, part of the Passing Under Yellow Racing team, owner of the Passing Under Yellow Racing team. Good luck to you tonight, Austin. Is David Shively. He is in pit lane at the moment, at least, rocking the Marlboro skin. I like it. The number 85 car, the 55-year-old from Fairfield, California. Good luck to you tonight, David. Oh, here is Tyler Autry. Glad he's out here with us tonight. The number 54 car, the 20-year-old from Palestine, Texas, part of the Autry Motorsports Racing team. Good luck to you tonight, Tyler. Who else have we not introduced that is out on track at the moment? I think that may just be about everybody except for the main man of the hour, Mr. Alan Grote, but he is actually in the server. Oh, he is actually out on track. Nicely done. Here is the number 14 car of Alan Grote II, the 38-year-old from Phoenix, Arizona, part of the Skunk Works Racing team, owner of the Skunk Works Racing team, big supporter of this stream, so thank you very much, Alan, and good luck to you tonight, sir. Watch him do a few little laps around here, why don't we? Why don't we? Oh, it gets a little loose, almost into the wall there. Nice job keeping it off of there. Little under 2 minutes now left in practice. Oh, what is that sound? Sounds awful. Christian Skane's pulling out on track. Let's go and take an onboard with him. I have to edit something on the stream really quickly. Oh goodness, it's the wall there. All right, I'm now done with that. Hello, Brianna. Or wait, should I say T-Pup? Because you got offended last time. How are you doing today? Hopefully you're doing good. I'm doing well. Cannot complain. 14 cars in the server. I love to see it for our first week out here. Practice is now over. All right, okay. Time to move on to qualifying, everybody. Let me go ahead and show you some of the results here from practice. I think Ernie Francis Jr., yes, he did have the fastest time. That's 17.559. Nicely done, sir. James Meyer going to be in that second position. Tyler Autry and Anthony Thurber going to be in third and fourth. And rounding out your top five is Lucas Schimmel, David Shively, Jason Whittleton, Christian Skane, Skylar Harrod, Carson Rowland going to round out the top 10. Caleb Sisk, Austin Smith, Rob Higgs, and Alan Grote will round out the field there in practice. But now it's showtime, folks, and this is where it really matters. See just how they do here in qualifying. I will go ahead and pull up the ticker over there to the top left. Watch their best times come in. Remember, we're going to take these times and split them up for the heat race. So this will not be their placements for the feature race per se. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see how they do in the heat races there. Watch Ernie Francis Jr., the man that had the fastest time in practice. Let's see what he can do in his qualifying session. Jason Whittleton putting in an 18.53, currently holds the fastest time. Tyler Autry with that 18.75, good enough for P2 at the moment. David Shively with that 18.99, good enough for that third spot. Gets knocked out now by Carson Rowland with that 18.85. Skylar Harrod putting in at 18.77, good enough for P4. Ernie Francis Jr. 18.74, so he will not take the fastest time here in qualifying. Jason Whittleton actually right here holds the fastest time right now at 18.53. James Meyer, 18.74, tied with Ernie Francis Jr., but beat him out in the thousandths of the second there. So he's going to take a front row starting spot in his heat race. I think everybody's starting to get their laps in and done. Christian Skanes currently making his way around. 18.90 was his first lap time. 18.97 will be his second lap time, so he will not improve. Wait, hold on. Anthony Thurber, look at this time coming in at 18.68. Nicely done, sir. Going to be good enough for P2 at the moment. Caleb Sisk and Alan Grote currently out on track. See what the defending champion right here, the number 6 car, can do here in qualifying. I know he's not a humongous fan of dirt racing, but at least you know what? He's putting it out here. Going to get some laps in here tonight. Should be interesting to see. Alan Grote also making his way around. Going to spin here a little bit in qualifying. Oh, we have a new fast time. Everybody on the board. 18.43 from Anthony Thurber. We'll put it on pole position. Caleb Sisk, nice time as well for his first lap time. 18.43. Tied there with Anthony Thurber, but not able to knock him out of that position just yet. He might be done with his qualifying session. He is. 18.48 was his second lap time. So nicely done by Caleb Sisk there. Still going to be on the front row of his heat race. Rob Higgs making his way around in that glorious Barbie skin. I just cannot. I just cannot. I love it. That's hilarious. See what they do here. Does Alan Grote improve on his second lap time? He does not. Rob Higgs with a 20.17 for his first lap. Actually, that may be it. I don't know if he touched the wall there on his first lap, but maybe this is his second lap here. That was his second lap, a 19.88, so he did improve there. So nicely done, Rob Higgs. I think that is everybody now qualified. So nicely done to Anthony Thurber there. I'll show you the full results here in just 1 second. As we move on to our first heat race of the night, our first green flag racing of the season here for this brand new season in the SRX series. Now we just wait out the timer. We are less than a minute, folks. Less than a minute. Nothing going on. Calm before the storm. 30 seconds left to go here in qualifying. I'm going to get me a drink real quick while I have the chance, because it's about to get wild. All right. Qualifying is now complete, everybody. Done and done. I'm going to have to reload this reload, so give me just 1 second. I'm drinking water. Wild, right? All right, we are now reloaded. Let me go ahead and show you the full results from qualifying. Nicely done to Anthony Thurber there. That 18.430 was fast enough for pole position. You see how close him and Caleb Sisk were, so nicely done to him as well. Jason Whittleton, James Meyer, and Ernie Francis Jr. will round out your top 5. Tyler Autry, Skylar Harrod, Carson Rowland, Christian Skanes, and David Shively going to round out your top 10. Austin Smith, Rob Higgs, Lucas Schimmel, and Alan Grote will round out the grid. All right, cars are now making their way to the track for our first heat race of the night. Remember, this is going to be 8 laps of racing. Let me go ahead and show you the starting lineup for this one. Anthony Thurber going to start on pole. He will have James Meyer alongside. Skylar Harrod and David Shively going to be in that second row, and Lucas Schimmel going to round out the grid here. And the 5-car heat race. Here we go. Here we go, finally a dirt track. Well, listen, Tyler. I think, are you Tyler? I think you're Tyler. Anyways, these cars are tricky on dirt. I am not a fan, and I absolutely love dirt racing. I do not like driving these cars on dirt, so more power to y'all. Hats off. I think these things are hard as hell to drive on dirt. They are an absolute spin fest, and the track condition tonight is super slick. So good luck to everyone. Alrighty, everybody, they're getting ready. I think they're heading down the backstretch now. Watch our flagman right there. He'll be ready to go, throwing the green flag. Base truck now pulling off into the infield. Here are the racers heading through turn number 3. Getting ready to head out of turn number 4. And green flag is now out, and we are underway for the first time this season here in the Passing Under Yellow Racing League. Let's see what Anthony Thurber can do here on the inside. He gets a little touch from behind by Skylar Harrod, and they are both going to go to the back of the pack. That will make James Meyer our new leader at the moment out front, and he's got quite the gap back to David Shively in that second position, but Lucas Schimmel not too far behind. We don't have very many laps here in this first heat race, so it'll be over before you know it, but let's see if Lucas Schimmel can make something happen here on the inside line of David Shively. He currently does have the position, and he will take that away. Nicely done to Lucas Schimmel. David Shively going to have to settle for that third position right now. Anthony Thurber going to have to do a pretty good drive here to try to catch up to the back of these racers, but I don't know if he's going to have enough time. He does touch the wall there a little bit heading out of the corner, and here is Skylar Harrod. Has some damage to the nose of that car, so that might hurt a little bit of performance, but on dirt, it probably shouldn't make too much of a difference. James Meyer with a big lead out front, doing a really nice job. Uh-oh, what happened to Lucas Schimmel? I don't know if he just got slow or got loose or what, but Anthony Thurber has caught him and almost passed him, so we got a pretty good battle here for that third spot. Anthony Thurber really liking that high side, trying to get up into the cushion. Oh, he's going to get really loose there, man. I'm telling you, these things are a handful. I don't think you guys realize. I can sit here and tell you all day until you get out there and do it. It is a pain in the butt, so hats off to all these racers here tonight. I say they'll be excited to get to some asphalt in week number 2, that is for sure. But anyways, laps ticking down here. 4 laps left to go here as James Meyer heading out of turn number 4 and down the front stretch. 3 laps to go as he crosses the start-finish line. Let's see exactly what happened there at the beginning of the race between Anthony Thurber and Skylar Harrod. I think he just got into the back of him as they were heading into the corner. This was the start of the race here. He was on the inside line. I think he just slowed down a little bit, got down onto the grass. And yeah, Skylar Harrod just got into the back of him, unfortunately. Going to send him all the way back to the back of the field. James Meyer, 2 laps to go now as he crosses the start-finish line. David Shively securing that second spot at the moment. Lucas Schimmel running at your top 3. Skylar Harrod did get by Anthony Thurber, so he is in that 4th spot at the moment. I wonder how many racers are going to be in each heat. I did not even look. White flag is now waving for your man out front. Let's go ahead and take the final lap with him on board and see how it's done. You can see how smooth he is on this wheel. He does a lot of dirt racing himself, so this might just feel just like home to him. He is nice and smooth out of turn number 3. Gets a little loose out of 4 there. We're going to cross the start-finish line and win heat race number 1. Nicely done to James Meyer here, the number 77 car. David Shively going to finish in that 2nd position. Does look like Skylar Harrod will finish in the 3rd position. Lucas Schimmel going to finish in 4th. And here comes Anthony Thurber to finish in that 5th spot. And heat race number 1, folks, is in the books. Nicely done, everybody. We're going to move on to heat race number 2. I'll have to do the same thing for each heat race. iRacing does not like it on my overlay, so I have to reload my overlay each time, which is not that big of a deal. But yeah, it's just something I got to do. All right, we are now done with it. Oh, I double-clicked. I apologize. All right, we are back at it. Got 5 cars in this heat race as well that are currently making their way to track. Let me go ahead and show you the starting lineup for heat race number 2. Caleb Sisk will start on pole. He'll have Ernie Francis Jr. starting alongside. It's a pretty fast front row right there. Carson Rowland and Austin Smith going to be in the 2nd row, and Alan Grote will round out the field back there in that 5th spot. So 5-car race here again for another heat race. Same format as the last race we just watched. So you all will know exactly what's going on. Let me go ahead and look at these heat races. We have 3 heat races total. So we'll have 4 cars in the next heat race, and then we'll take those results from all of the heat races and line them up for the main race of the night. Should be 50 laps of racing. Getting ready to go green flag here, heading down the backstretch now. Going to cross the start-finish line here in just one moment. Let's see what Caleb Sis can do, our defending series champion. Ernie Francis Jr., though, he is a very good racer, a professional racer for trade in real life. So that tells you just how good of a driver he surely is. Carson Rowland going to start on the inside of row number 2 here. Might have an opportunity to gain a position or two. Austin Smith going to be on the outside of row number 2. And let's see if Alan Grote can do a little something here in the heat race. You're going to see the pace truck dive to pit lane now. Green flag will be waving as soon as they head out of turn number 4. Slowly making their way now. And here we go. There we go. Green flag is now out. Pretty good jump there on the high side by Ernie Francis Jr. Taking that higher route as he exited on number 4 and had a pretty good rocket down the front stretch there. He's going to have the outside line here on Caleb Sis. You can see that difference in speed as he head out of turn number 2. Let's see if Ernie Francis Jr. can get the move done. He's going to hit the wall there a little bit. Going to try to drive it out of the corner. He does not take away that top spot. Carson Rowland currently in that 3rd spot, though. Has a little bit of gap between the front 2 racers ahead of him and the racers behind him, which is Austin Smith and Alan Grote at the moment. But the race is on for the lead. Ernie Francis Jr. really liking that high side. Caleb Sis trying to make that low line work. Well, you see how loose these cars are heading down the front stretch there. They are just fishtailing the whole way. Let's go ahead and take an onboard here with Ernie Francis Jr. for just a minute. Let's see what he's dealing with on the steering wheel. See him working it back and forth, back and forth. You can see how slick the track is. You can see the shine on the track. You can see the lights, you know, from outside the track shining up off of them. That tells you just how slick it is. It's like a mirror like there. Caleb Sis still doing a pretty nice job hanging on to it. You know, for the time being, it does look like Alan Grote has crashed and taken it to pit lane. Like a single car crash all by himself. Well, Ernie Francis Jr. seems to have changed his line here a little bit, maybe giving up on the high side there. Try to follow Caleb Sis' line on the inside line here, but you see just how shiny the track is right there. It's super slick heading out of turn number 4. It's going to be really hard to get on the power right there and get any traction. Pretty good race between these two, though. Hello, Drafty. What is up, my man? A little racing in on a Friday night. Watching the Passenger in the Yellow racing crew out here. They are racing the SRX series this season. They got 9 weeks of racing. They do have some road courses in there. They have, of course, some asphalt ovals. And we're kicking off the season on dirt. Pretty good race here for 3rd position. It does look like Austin Smith will get it done. Caleb Sis still leading the way out front. It is now white flag here in heat race number 2. Ernie Francis Jr. going to take the high side here. What is he doing? Is he trying a little wall riding action? Oh no, it has backfired on him. Oh no. Gets into the wall there, going to spin it out. He will hang on to that 2nd position, but Caleb Sis is going to bring home the checkered flag here in heat race number 2. Austin Smith will bring it home in that 3rd position, and 4th place will go to Carson Rowland, and that will round out the 2nd race here tonight. That is hilarious. All right, let me go ahead and reload the overlay here really quick. You're gonna hear a loud bing from the windows. Bing, yes, I'm sure. Please reload. Hello, Thuggy Duggy. What is up, my man? Reamsy, how you doing tonight, brother? This isn't my crop order. Is this Blake? Blake, is that you? Your crop order is done. All right, does look like racers now making their way to the track. Remember, we only have 4 cars here in this heat race. Let's go ahead and take a look at exactly how the starting lineup will go. We'll have Jason Whittleson gonna start on pole. Well done to Jason Whittleson. They're gonna have Tyler Autry right there alongside. Christian Skanes and Rob Higgs will be in that 2nd row. So a 4-car race here for 8 laps of racing. And that will be it for our heat racing tonight. And then we'll move on to the main feature, which should be a good one. We'll have 14 cars out on track. We'll have 50 laps of racing. The track will be super slick, and should be pretty wild. Guess we'll just have to wait and see. Oh, it's Jose. Hope you're having a good night, Phil. Jose, I ain't got any crops for you, man. Hello, Naya. Hiya, Naya. But yeah, I've had a good night, man. Played Gilded earlier, hopped off there. Gonna do this stream, get done with that. Probably go back to Gilded. Wild night, huh? All right, folks, here we go. Getting ready to head out of turn number 4. It's going to be all up to Jason Williston, the 07 car there on the inside line to lead us off. Pretty good start there on the outside line by the 54 of Tyler Aldery. He might have a shot here. He's going to try that high side just as Ernie Francis Jr. tried to do. I don't know if there's a lot of grip up there, but he does get a pretty good drive out of turn number 2. Going to be alongside, actually about a half a car length advantage now heading into turn number 3, but he gets into the slick stuff and he's going to spin it out here. And yes, Jason Williston will now drive away, and Christian Skanes almost had that second position taken away from him as well, but pretty nice recovery there by Tyler. See what he can do now. Rob Higgs. That skin still just cracking me up, man. The Barbie car, I love it to death. Back here in that 4th spot, rounding out the grid at the moment. About to see what Tyler can do here. Let's go ahead and take an onboard with him. Watch him have to work this wheel, man. I tell you, from mid-track to the top, it just looks super slick. I don't even know if I would even attempt running up here. I mean, it's working out okay at the moment. But you can see just how high the line is up right there, man. It's right up against the wall. Pretty nice job here so far. Tyler Aldery might have a shot here on the high side, but at the moment, man, that drive out of the corners, you know, on that lower line with the tacky dirt down there, it's definitely paying off for these racers on the low side. 4 laps left to go. Oh, Tyler has switched it up now. He's going to the inside line. He's going to get on the grass. He's going to get into the tire, and he's going to fall back out of contention with Jason Williston there. Now he has Christian Skanes for company. Man, just that small little mistake by Tyler there. You get onto that grass, and it just sucks you in. There really ain't much you can do. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Tyler has spun it out of turn number 3.
The yellow flag is out.
Oh, we have our first caution of the season. About to head to bed myself, and what's better than hearing Bomb's soothing voice? Yeah, it'll just lull you into sleep. Oh, that is unfortunate for Tyler there. He was doing a pretty nice job, but I think he was really pushing the car there as hard as he could. I mean, you really don't have much to lose here in these heat races. So, yeah, why not just push the boundaries there a little bit? At least you know what the possibility is in the car. So, let's go ahead and get this caution out of the way. I'm sure they will shorten it up as quickly as we can. Get back green flag racing. We only have 3 laps left to go here in this heat race. I'm pretty excited to see how this feature race is going to play out. I'm not sure if we have double file restarts here for all the restarts. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. We might have a single file restart. I wouldn't think so. Lights are still on the pace truck, so we will make another lap around. Well, Naya, I hope you sleep well. I hope my voice puts you to sleep. But I warn you, when it's race time for the main feature and we got 14 cars out on track, there's going to be a lot of shit going on. And I might get a little wild up here. Fair warning. Alright, we should get lights out on pace truck this time by, which means 1 to go. Jason Williston probably did not want to see a caution flag there. He had quite the lead out front. Yes, lights out on the pace truck now. All eyes on the 07 of Jason Williston. See what he can do now off this restart. He was really good off the start of the race. I can see him doing much the same here in just one moment. Goodbye, pace truck. All right, green flag will be waving out of turn number 4. Christian Skanes hanging back here just a little bit.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is now out. Here we go. That's fair, Nye. That's fair. Oh, look at Tyler making the big move on the outside line. Let's go, buddy. He is going to get by Christian Skanes. Nicely done by Tyler there to push the limits and really drive it out of the corner there and get that overtake done. But we will have 2 laps left to go. White flag now. So let's see if Tyler Aldery can take away this top spot. Going to run the high side through turns 1 and 2 and down the backstretch. He will get a pretty nice drag race with Jason Williston down the backstretch. But this is really where it's hard to find some traction. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. But hey, nice try there. Tyler going to take away at least 1 spot. Nicely done to Jason Whittleson. Going to bring home the checker flag here in a race, or heat race number 3. Rob Higgs will finish in 3rd, and Christian Skanes will round out the field here. Done and done. It is time, folks, for the main race of the night. 50 laps of racing coming up here in just 1 second. Let me go ahead and reload my overlay once again. We can be fresh and ready to go. All right, that is now done. All right, let's go ahead and show you the starting lineup for tonight's feature race. Wait, what is going on here? Do we have reverse grid? Invert all. I did not see that. Yes, we have a reverse grid, folks. Oh, baby, oh, baby. Talk about being spicy. Well, here is your starting lineup. Alan Grote and Anthony Thurber are going to start on that front row together. Christian Skanes and Carson Rowland going to be in the 2nd row. Lucas Schimmel and Rob Higgs going to be in the 3rd row together. Austin Smith and Skylar Harrod in the 4th row. 5th row will be Tyler Aldery and Ernie Francis Jr. 6th row will be David Shively and Jason Whittleson. And rounding out the grid, folks, will be Caleb Sisk and James Meyer back there. Oh boy, 14 cars will start. Let's see if 14 cars will finish. I guess we'll have to wait and see. The fast ones are going to be in the back, though. They got a lot of work to do. Anthony Thurber back there. I forgot about him getting into there. I missed him on the starting grid, I do believe. Or maybe he got an EOL. Not quite sure. But yeah, so Alan Grote going to lead us off here. Going to be the man in charge. Carson Rowland going to have a shot here on that front row as well. The fast boys are going to have a lot of work to do to make their way through the field. Not going to be an easy thing to do here. Pace truck is now off. Green flag will be waving as soon as they head out of turn number 4. Taking bets now. How many caution flags are we going to have tonight? I'm going to say 6. 6 in a matter of 50 laps.
Green, green, green.
Could be dead wrong. Guess we'll have to wait and see. Green flag racing, our first feature race of the season, is now off. Let's see what Alan Grote can do up front. I have to try to keep this wide view on everybody to try to keep track of these faster racers trying to make their way through the field. Does look like James Myers doing a pretty nice job already. There he goes, making big moves, and he is already up to the 7th spot. Got a lot of 3 wide and 4 wide though in behind him. Let's see if everybody can keep it headed in the right direction. It does look like nobody has wrecked so far, so nicely done. Alan Grote currently still our leader out front. Carson Rowland trying that high side here. Let's see if he can get something done up there. Christian Skanes liking that low line as well. Ernie Francis Jr. also up on that higher side. Who do we have right here? Is that Lucas Schimmel? It is Lucas Schimmel down here on the low side, currently running in the 5th spot. Biggest mover of the race so far is James Meyer. He's making a lot of big moves. Christian Skanes has wrecked on the inside there, it looks like. Not entirely sure what happened to him, but he fell way back throughout the grid. James Meyer doing a really nice job here so far, though. Uh-oh, what happened to Caleb Sisk? He went to pit lane there for a second, it looked like on my screen. I don't know where he's at. Yes, he is in pit lane. I think he spun to the inside line there. So James Myers has made up 11 positions in 4 laps, folks. Holy cow. He is all the way up to that 3rd spot. Set sights on Ernie Francis Jr. for that 2nd spot, which has also made up a ton of positions. Started back there in that 10th position, currently running in 2nd. And eyes that top spot with the number 14 of Alan Grote. Let's see what he can do there. But it does look like James Meyer has something else to say about that. He's going to try to make his way to 2nd position, and he does just that. Nicely done, James Meyer. Oh, Alan Grote has made a mistake, and he has spun it on the inside line there, and that will be our first caution of the night. Let's go ahead and take a peek and see exactly what happened there. I think he just went to the inside line. Might have clipped a tire. But let's go ahead and see exactly what happened. Here he is on the inside line, heading across the start-finish line. There is the 77 of James Meyer. Oh, he just gets down too low and into the grass, and yeah, he is going to clip that tire, and he's going to spin it out here. It doesn't look like he collected too many folks there in that one. But yeah, that'll be our first caution of the night, folks. Green flag, our first restart in a feature race of the season will go to James Meyer. Ernie Francis, nicely done by him as well. Tyler Aldery, a nice start as well. Started back there in that 9th position, currently running in 3rd, so he will start on the inside of row number 2. He'll have Jason Whittleton, which, man, yet again, another good performance from him. Started back there in that 12th position, currently up to 4th. So a lot of these, the top 4 racers have made really big moves here at the start of the race to get themselves in position here for our first restart. Skylar Harrod, also a pretty nice job here today. Started back there in the 8th spot, currently running in 5th. So breaking the top 5 is a well done job. Good job, Skylar. Austin Smith started in 7th, currently running in 6th. Carson rolling a little bit of a rough start, started up there in that 4th position, currently running in 7th. Lucas Schimmel started in 5th and currently running in 8th at the moment. Christian Skanes started up there in that 3rd spot, and now he is running in 9th. And David Shively started in 11th and is currently running in the top 10. Do we have anybody a lap down? I do not know. No. Caleb Sisk is out of the race, though. I think he has called it a night. I know dirt racing is not his forte, and he doesn't enjoy it very much. You'll see his light shine real damn bright next week when we head off to some asphalt racing. That man can drive the fucking wheels off a car. All right, here we go. Should be going green flag here in just 1 minute. 77 of James Meyer going to be in control. Oh, green flag is now out. Our first restart, and then off we go on to lap number 10. And a pretty nice job there on the inside line. We'll go ahead and take a full car length advantage heading into turn number 1. Ernie Francis Jr. Going to try that higher side here as Tyler Autry on the low side does take away that 2nd spot for just a minute. I think the low line might be where it's at the moment. That higher side, you just have to nail that line. You know, stick the right rear right there in the tacky stuff the best you can. Ernie Francis Jr. looks like he is starting to get pretty comfortable up there, though. He's making it work at least. See just how high he has to get and how close to the wall he does out of turn number 4 and across the stripes on to lap number 12. Battle for 2nd is pretty good. Look at Skylar Harrod. He did get by Jason Whittleson and move up to that 4th spot. I shouldn't have said his name. I think I cursed him. He got a little loose there heading out of turn number 2. We'll have Jason Whittleson now for company on the higher side. Austin Smith making his way around the track, currently running in 6th. Lucas Schimmel trying the higher side on him. Not able to do nothing with it so far. Fastest lap on track at the moment, this man right here, Tyler Autry, 18.47. Uh-oh, James Myers made a mistake. Our leader is up into the wall, and he will lose the lead and 2nd place to Ernie Francis Jr. So our new leader, Tyler Autry, out front, the 54 car. Does look like the number 98 of Ernie Francis Jr. took away that 2nd spot, but going to slide up a little bit there in 1 and 2. The 77 of James Meyer going to have a shot here on the inside as we head into turn number 3. Let's see if he can pull the slide job on him as he comes out of turn number 4. And yes, he will take away that 2nd position at the moment. We have some lap traffic coming there on the inside. That might have to change the approach here for James Meyer. Who is that? Is that the 17 of Austin Smith? Must have got a little loose and out of shape. Currently running back there in that 13th spot now. Pretty good battle here for the lead. The 77 of James Meyer going to try to get the move done. And he does and regains that top spot. But the 54 of Tyler Autry really giving him a run for his money. Gets into him there a little bit. And oh no, he's going to slide to the infield. He does not hit the tire though, so nicely done by him. Uh-oh, we have a caution out on track. I saw Austin Smith do a little spin in front of the field there, and he will bring out our 2nd caution of the night. Let's go ahead and take a peek and see exactly what happened there. I think he was just on the higher side as he headed out of the corner. Oh no, he just got loose and overcorrected, and oh, right up into Ernie Francis Jr. That is unfortunate for Ernie there. He was that bystander, going to get caught up in that one. Yeah, that is exactly what happened that brought out our 2nd caution of the night. Let's see what Ernie Francis Jr. does. Does he go to pit lane and take his fast repair? Remember, these racers do have one fast repair, and those of you that don't know what that is, they can go into pit lane and get their car fixed instantly. It's very fast, but they can only use it one time. And they also cannot speed in pit lane. They will get a penalty for that, so you still have to play by the rules. I think Ernie's just trying to find that pit box in a hurry. There he goes. He did. Well, it doesn't look like he used his fast repair. Oh no, did he miss his pit box? I'm not sure what's happening with Ernie Francis Jr., but this is unfortunate. He's having such a good run here tonight. That is unfortunate. All right, let's get back to the action out on track. James Meyer blinking there for me just a little bit, unfortunately. So, James Meyer going to lead us off. Tyler Autry going to be in that 2nd position. Skylar Harrod going to be on the inside of row number 2. Jason Whittleson did lose that spot to Skylar, but will start on the outside of row number 2. Lucas Schimmel restarting here in the same position that he started the race. So started 5th, running 5th, so pretty good job from him. Alan Grote all the way back up to that 6th position after his little mistake there. So pretty good recovery drive from him. Christian Skanes going to be on the inside of row number 4. David Shively going to be on the outside of row number 4. All right, green flag getting ready to come out here. James Meyer going to get a little start there on the inside, and he's going to have a full car length advantage as we head into turn number 1. Oh, he gets woed up there a little bit in turns number 1 and 2. Tyler Audrey, pretty nice run out of that corner, and he's going to take it to the low side here through turns 3 and 4. Does James Meyer get into the wall? He does once again, same as last time. But let's see if Tyler Audrey can make something of it just like he did last time. Into the slick stuff goes James Meyer, but he's going to get a pretty good bite out of turn number 2 and down the back stretch. 54 of Tyler Audrey, though, has not gone away using that inside line, which I feel right now is the preferred line, and I feel like it is just a little bit faster because you can be a little more consistent. But that higher side, you can get such a good drive out of the corner and down the straight stretches, man. It's still in contention, that's for sure. It's definitely not out of the question. Look at Skylar Harrod, though. Look, I shouldn't have said nothing. I cursed him as soon as I said his name. He spun. Oh no, that is unfortunate. But let's see exactly what brought out the caution here. Actually, it says that Alan Grote got into a bit of an accident. Was he? I don't think that's all. There it is right there in front of him. The 17 of Austin Smith and him get collected together. That is what will bring out our 3rd caution of the day here, folks. We'll have our restart coming in here soon. We are at the halfway point for tonight. We're on pace for my prediction to be true. I said 6 caution flags in 50 laps, and we're at 3 at halfway. Does look like Carson Rowland is in pit lane. Austin Smith in pit lane as well. Where is Anthony Thurber? He is back here. He is 4 laps down, though, so he's got a few things to work on, it looks like. Alan Grote currently in pit lane. He might be done for the night. I'm not sure. Skylar Harrod back here in the 9th spot. He was doing pretty good off that restart there, so hopefully, you know, halfway point, he's got some time to work his way back up to the front. Rob Higgs still hanging on to it, currently running in that 8th spot. Christian Skanes in the 7th spot. Ernie Francis Jr. currently running in the 6th spot on the lead lap there. I was afraid he was going to go a couple laps down being stuck in the pits for so long, but it does look like he got that car repaired and back out on track. Restart on the outside of row number 3. David Shively slowly but surely creeping his way through the field. Started in 11th, currently in the top 5. So pretty nice job by him. Jason Whittleson still hanging on to that 4th spot. Lucas Schimmel, pretty nice job from him too. Going to restart on the inside of row number 2 in that 3rd spot. James Meyer going to be on the outside of the 54 of Tyler Audrey. Let's see how this is going to shake out. Pace truck is now off the track. Green flag next time by.
Green.
We are back under green here, folks. The 54 of Tyler Audrey going to take the inside line here. Let's see if he can make something of it. James Meyer going to be on the higher side. It does look like Lucas Schimmel going to use that inside line here the best that he can. Currently running in the top 3. Uh-oh, who is that up in the slick stuff? That is James Meyer. Tyler Audrey will take that position away and pull up in the racing line, try to block that momentum, but James Meyer going to drive it in hard into the corner. He's going to slide up high. Tyler Audrey going to do the switch over. Not able to secure the position. Got a little loose there heading out of the corner. Not able to get the bite that he needed to get that job done. But yeah, Tyler Audrey going to remain in the lead here at the moment. They keep swapping back and forth, though. Pretty good race here for the lead. Got a good race back here for 3rd position as well. Jason Whittleson going to be on the inside line. Ernie Francis Jr. still liking that higher side line that he was using in the heat race. Still sticking to it. Let's see if he can finish it off here. He cannot at the... Oh, no, we have a wreck up front. And that is the 77 of James Meyer has spun it out here in front of the field. Go ahead and take a peek and see exactly what happened to him there. Unfortunately, he was having such a good night. Here he was loose in the middle of that corner, and here he is heading down the back stretch. It must have happened in turns 3 and 4. He drives it in really deep and just could not keep the wheels up under it, and he does spin it out here. Let's see if anybody hits him. I hope not. Nope, looks like no harm, no foul. Able to get that thing turned around, headed back in the right direction with no damage to the car. That's what we like to see. Nicely done, James Meyer. Got a little bit of work to do now, though. Waiting on the pace truck here, it looks like, with the 54 of Tyler Audrey and Ernie Francis Jr. in the number 98. Jason Whittleson currently going to be scored in that 3rd position. We'll start on the inside of row number 2. He'll have David Shively, which is slowly creeping his way through the field with all these cars in front of him, you know, making those mistakes. So going to restart on the outside of row number 2. he keeps sticking to his guns, he might have him a pretty darn good finish here tonight. Skylar Harrod back into the top 5 now. Lucas Schimmel slipped back there a little bit. Currently scored in that 6th position. Christian Skanes in the 7th position. Rob Higgs in the 8th position. And James Meyer in that 9th position. That is everybody that is on the lead lap. Carson Rowland and Anthony Thurber still running out there on the track, but they are quite a few laps down. Lights out on the pace truck. We should be green flag next time by. 54 of Tyler Audery gonna be the man in charge. We should have 18 laps to go when we cross the start-finish line. Do remember that after the race, we will hear from our top 3 racers, which should be interesting. All right, out of turn number 4. Nice jump on the inside line there by the 54 car of Tyler, and he will go ahead and take the lead out front. Ernie Francis Jr. going to run the high side here. He will have Jason Whittleton on the inside line, but I think he will have the drive out of the corner to remain in that 2nd position. And at the moment, yes, he sure does. Jason trying to make that lower line work. Skylar Harrod, I think, is starting to get the feel of these cars. Doing a pretty nice job here tonight. He has a pretty fast lap time too, an 18.79, which is one of the faster times out on track. So nicely done by him. See a lot of jostling for positions back there in the midfield. We'll see how it all shakes out. Ooh, the number 93 of Lucas Schimmel was skating close to death there. He almost clipped the inside tire. You don't want to do that. I heard some sheet metal against the wall back there. I was trying to take a peek and see exactly what happened, but I couldn't quite catch it. Number 98 of Ernie Francis going to touch the wall there a little bit through turns 3 and 4. Oh boy, getting so close to that wall. Let's go ahead and take an onboard here with Jason Wilderson, the 07 car, currently running in that 3rd spot on the inside line. He'll have a pretty good view here of the top 2 spots. You see just how close he's sticking to that lower line to try to keep it on that darker dirt, which is a little bit more tacky, so you can get a little bit more throttle out of the corner, but it is a little slower because you have to slow it down so much to keep it down there, you know, on the lower part of the track. But as well, it's the shortest distance around the track. Jason's going to get it really loose in the corner here, but he does recover it, keep it off the tires. Oh my goodness. Rob Higgs looks like he has crashed there on the inside line. Jason Wilson will lose a position here, and maybe 2. James Meyer running on the higher side. The number 3 of Skylar Harrod has taken away the top 3 spot here. Don't know if Ernie Francis Jr. can just find that line that he needs to hit to catch Tyler up front. Oh, we have another caution out on track. Let's go ahead and see exactly what happened. It says Anthony Thurber has crashed. The number 97 car. Here he is coming out of the corner. Oh, yep, just going into the corner, just gives it a little bit too much throttle and spins that thing around, and yep, another caution out on track. So our 5th caution of the night waving here with 11 laps left to go. Take your picks, chat. Who do you think's going to win the thing? It's going to be hard to bet against this man right here. The 54 car. He is looking pretty damn good right now. Pretty damn good. We'll see what the number 98 of Ernie Francis Jr. can do, though. He's been running pretty darn good, and the number 3 of Skylar Harrod is always a contender. So we'll have to wait and see just how hard he pushes it here at the end of the race. Light still on the pace truck, so we're going to make our way back around the track one more time before we go back green flag racing. Tyler or Ernie? Yeah, I think one of those 2 are definitely going to win it. Unless they get into one another. Yeah, see? Me and Reamsy on the same page. All right, lights out on the pace truck. Getting ready to head down the backstretch. You'll see the pace truck dip to the inside and go down pit lane. It'll now be all on the number 54 car, which gets to choose when it gets to go to the middle of turns 3 and 4. And gas it is. There he goes. He is off. Let's see how much of a lead he can have heading into turn number 1. Does look like a full car length advantage. Ernie Francis Jr. going to go right back to the higher side. Who is that up there as well? That is the 07 of Jason Williamson trying to make it work. Does look like a few racers got into one another there. Skylar Herod going to slide all the way back to that 7th position. Must have got into him pretty bad there. James Meyer going to slide up into that 3rd spot somehow, some way. So pretty good recovery drive there from him. Let's see how this is all going to... What did we got? 7 laps left to go. Reamsy, I've already... When I was doing driver introductions and I saw this car, I immediately just lost it. I'm not going to lie. Like, if you watch the stream back from the beginning when I introduced him, as soon as I flip over to him and see that he's running this this livery, I said, oh my god. What a Chad, man. What a Chad. I love it. All right, back to the racing out on track. 5 laps left to go. The 54 of Tyler Autry looking pretty darn good out front. He's got quite the gap, almost a full 1.5 seconds advantage. Oh, Ernie Francis Jr. got it really loose in the corner. I think Skylar Herod as well went off track, and that's what will bring out the caution, it looks like. I think he just spun down to the inside of the track. Oh, yeah, well, it actually wasn't his fault. Looked like the number 93 of Lucas Schimmel got a little loose there, and he just got into him. Yep. S-tier paint. Yeah, let's go ahead and get a little zoomed in action here. Actually, let's go with the full effect. I mean... Look at this. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Classic. I respect it. I respect it, you know. All right. This may as well be our last restart of the night. I don't know. I guess we might have some green white checkers. It does look like the ooh, Carson Rowland got a lot of damage to the nose of that car. Actually missing the nose of the car. Oof. So we got how many cars on lead lap? 8 cars on the lead lap. 3 laps left to go. When we go green flag racing, it should be a green white checkered. Should be quite interesting to see this battle between the 54 of Tyler Autry and the 77 of James Meyer. It's been really, really good all night long so far. All right, pace truck is now off, folks. This is the big one. We miss you too, Aikman. We miss you too, brother. All right, everybody, green flag is now out. James Meyer, what a start on the inside. The 54 of Tyler Autry has botched the start. Oh my goodness, it couldn't have gotten any worse for the 54 of Tyler Autry. Oh my goodness, let's watch him heading out of turn number 4. Oh. Man, that is unfortunate. They were 3 wide behind him. What happened back there? Oh, he gets into the tire, and there was some wrecking up above him as well. I'm not entirely sure who all was caught up in that, but I guess we could follow the, looks like Skylar Herod was the one that got clipped there and spun up to the outside. What a collision, though, between a lot of these cars, man. That's... Oh, yeah, he just got right reared. Ain't nothing you can do about that. That was a very, very messy start. Taking out a lot of good racers. So let's see how it all shook out. Okay, so it does look like James Meyer gonna start, you know, on the inside of row number 1. What else do we got going on? The number 98 of Ernie Francis Jr. Gonna start on the outside of row number 1. Lucas Schimmel gonna be on the inside of row number 3. Christian Skane's gonna... Or no, inside of row number 2, I apologize. Christian Skane's gonna be on the outside of row number 2. Skylar Herod gonna start on the inside of row number 3 with David Shively on the outside. Jason Whittleson will be back here in the 7th position. And that is everybody on the lead lap. Everybody else will be a lap down. Man, what just happened? It just got wild all of a sudden. My man threw her in first and let it eat. Yeah, true that, Eggman. That's right, Ramsey. I have yet to finish a race in this car, get meatballed by someone every season. Man, let me tell you something. This car, I hate this car on dirt. Like, I like it on asphalt, but I hate this car on dirt. And everything that I've tried, like, official-wise in this car is absolute garbage, man. People just wipe you out, so. I can't tell you what a race is like for real, but green flag is now out. Green, white, checkered. Here we go. The 77 of James Meyer. Good start on the inside here. The number 98 of Ernie Francis Jr., though, not a bad start there on that higher line. He might have a shot here heading out of turn number 2 and down the backstretch. Got a nice drag race. He does have about a half a car length advantage heading into the corner, but it's hard to make it stick through turns 3 and 4 on the higher side. He's going to have to get into the wall here a little bit, see if he can drive it out of the corner. White flag is now waving. Can the number 77 of James Meyer finish off this good drive he's had today? Ernie Francis Jr. going for the wild move. He's going for the wall ride. He does take the lead here. He did practice this in his heat race. Can he seal the deal heading out of turn number 4? James Meyer throws the block on him. Can he finish it off? They're both going to spin. The 77 of James Meyer gonna bring home the win here in our first race of the season. Ernie Francis Jr. gonna finish in second, and Skylar Herod gonna round out your top 3. What an insane finish. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. We're gonna back this up a lap. We're gonna back this up a lap, and we're gonna watch this all over again. I'm just gonna back it up just like this. You can hear him giggling over the intercoms right now. All right, so here's the last lap. This is it. Ernie Francis Jr. already sticking to the wall ride just to catch up. Here he is heading into the corner, sticks with the wall ride. James Myers sees it on the lower side here and says, "Oh no, no, no! You are not going to win the race like this." So he drives it deep into turn 3 just to slide up to the wall to throw the block, and somehow keeps it headed in the right direction. And takes the home the win here tonight. Oh my goodness, folks. Does it get any better than that? I do not think so. All right. That was a fun race. That was a fun race to watch. All right, so we will have a post-race interview with our top 3 finishers here in just 1 minute. Let me go ahead and let them know that I am ready. I'll hop into a voice channel. I gotta do a few little things here real quick. Give me 1 second. Man, what a good way to finish off the night. All right, that is set. Let me make sure they know that I'm in here. I can't wait to hear what they have to say. James Meyer's got to feel elated right now. What a smart move on his part, though. All right, James Meyer. We have Ernie Francis Jr. and Skylar Herod. Ernie Francis Jr. said in chat over here in Discord, "I went for it." That was awesome. James had a good ass defense there. Yeah, I agree, Ramsey. Hey man, I appreciate you guys, man. I love doing this stuff on a Friday night. This shit's fun as hell. You guys always put on such a good show though, man. Like, it's always just an absolute blast. All right, so here are the final results. So James Meyer was the winner. Ernie Francis Jr. going to bring it home in that second spot. Skylar Herod in the third. Christian Skanes and David Shively going to round out your top 5. So pretty good finishes from both of those racers. Lucas Schimmel, Jason Whittleton, Carson Rowland, Tyler Audrey, and Austin Smith going to round out your top 10. Then Rob Higgs, Anthony Thurber, Alan Grote, and Caleb Sis to round out the field. Let me see who I got in chat with me currently. Looks like I have Skylar Herod, James Meyer, and Ernie Francis Jr. All right, let's go ahead and get these interviews out of the way. All right, it does look like we have our top 3 finishers in here tonight. James Meyer, you're going to bring home the win here tonight in week number 1. Ernie Francis Jr. going to finish in that second spot, and Skylar Herod going to round out your top 3. So we'll hear from you first, Skylar. Boy, you had a roller coaster of a race, buddy. You started back there in that 8th position. You drove up to the front. You got into an accident. You went back to the back. You drove back to the front. Then you got right reared and spun up into the wall and started in the back. And you drove all the way up here to finish in a top 3 spot, man. How do you feel about tonight's race?
Hella fun, no. Like you said, just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. When I was up in the front the first time, the car just randomly got loose from me and spun out. Drove back to the front. there's a caution, and on the restart, I should have started in front of someone. And as I was passing them, the green flag dropped, so they went, and that's when I got right reared, went to the back again, and then drove to the front, and there's a bunch of people racing hard, getting into each other, and I just slid from 5th to 3rd. So yeah, I just came in here trying to survive the race to finish well, because I do not understand these cars at all. I don't know if they're supposed to drive like that on dirt or what, but it is a handful.
I completely agree, man. I was saying that on the stream before the race started. I said, let me tell you something. For these boys to get out here and race these things on dirt, these things are an absolute handful on dirt. Like, I don't know. If they're really like this in real life, I would tell them I'll never do it, because it drives like shit, if you ask me. But hey, man,
Right.
Good job here tonight, surviving, like you said, to finish in the top 3 finish. Got to be happy with that, and you're going to go off to Nashville, in that 3rd place in points. So nicely done to you, sir. Good job tonight, and hopefully we'll see you next week, brother.
I appreciate it.
All right, now let's hear from the man that finished in 2nd position that made the finish 110% worth every minute of this race. Ernie Francis Jr., you absolutely went for it, buddy. You had a really good race all race long. You and Tyler already really put on a show there for quite some time, and then you and James were having a really good battle there as well. On that, that last lap, you went for the wall ride, and it worked through turns 1 and 2. And then I saw you send it in there for turn 3 and 4, and then James said, not today, buddy. And he threw it in there deep into turn 3 and slid up there in front of you, so he stopped your momentum there with steel, man. Going to finish in that 2nd position here tonight. Going to kick off the season with a really good finish. How do you feel about tonight's race, brother?
Yeah, man, I'll take the finish when I can get it. That was pretty fun out there. Yeah, just having some fun with the guys running it. Just trying to run that outside. And Hail Meloned it at the end there. Tried to get it to the front. It worked through 1 and 2, like you said. 3 and 4 just didn't work out for me, but had a really fun time. Just got to thank, Paul Tracy. The feet car was on rails tonight, so, we'll see how we do at Nashville next week.
Sounds good, man. Well, yeah, really good job from you tonight, man. I know dirt's not easy, and I don't know if it's really your forte, because I've seen you on asphalt. You're really good on asphalt, so I say you're pretty excited about going to some pavement next week. So, yeah, good way to kick off the season, man. Hopefully we'll see you next week, brother, at Nashville.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Definitely will be more fun on asphalt, but it should be a good time.
All right, man, good deal. All right, now let's hear from the man of the hour, James Meyer, the number 77 car, going to bring home the win here tonight. You definitely had one of the cars to beat here tonight. You and Tyler Audrey, I felt like, were the fastest 2 on track. Ernie Francis really turned it on there at the end of the race, but just was not enough. And I loved that move of yours. That was absolutely beautiful there to stop the wall ride there at the end of the race to bring home the checker flag here tonight. I was actually a little worried when you slid up into the wall that he was going to hook you there a little bit and spin you out and really steal your victory away there. But hey, man, good job here tonight. Really fast. You showed him exactly why you are the man here on dirt. So good win here tonight. How do you feel about tonight's race, brother?
Yeah, it was awesome racing Tyler. I felt bad because I don't know if iRacing messed up on that portion and scored me first, and nobody knew how to start it or which one was starting it, and I just went ahead and started it because I thought it was scoring me first. And I don't know if Tyler freaked out on that and spun it or what, but I felt really bad about that.
I don't really feel like that was your fault, though. I mean, you started on the inside line there. You took off. I think he just got into the gas there just a little bit too hard, and he was already in the slick stuff, and it just completely turned around on him. I don't really feel like any of that's your fault, honestly.
And then there on the last lap, I walked up there in 1 and 2 and saw Ernie Hail Mel in it. And I'm like, I'm gonna put an end to this. If you gotta cheat to pass me, you don't deserve the win anyways. So.
Hey, you know what? I respect it, man. Well, hey, good job here tonight, man. You really drove an excellent race, from start to finish. It was a little bit of survival there, with a lot of these racers beating and banging back there. But hey, you kept it out front all day long. Going to bring home the checker flags here in the first race of the season. Way to start a really, really, really strong performance here from you tonight. So good job tonight, man. Hopefully we'll see you next week at Nashville.
Thank you. I really busted my butt to get up to the front there after starting in the back. And I spun it there trying to do a slide job on tower, and then I had to work my way back up again there in the closing lap, so it was fun.
Nicely done, man. Nicely done. Way to show how it's done. All right, everybody, you have heard from the top 3 finishers. James Meyer going to bring home the win here in week number 1 of the Passing Under Yellow Racing League SRX Series. Ernie Francis Jr. going to bring it home in that 2nd spot, and Skylar Harrod going to round out your podium here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. Appreciate you guys very much for all the support and stuff you guys do over here on YouTube. Hopefully you guys are excited for the rest of the season too. I'm really excited to see these cars on road courses. I've actually never tried this car on a road course. I think it's going to do all right because I know it feels pretty darn good on pavement. So hopefully you guys join us for the rest of the season. But yeah, next week it'll be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, same time as tonight. We'll be off to Nashville Fairgrounds. I have raced this car there, and it is a blast. So hopefully you guys are excited about that one. But other than that, you guys have a good rest of the night. Have a good weekend. Love y'all, mean it. Thank y'all for everything, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.